I gotta say, this game took me by surprise. Released for the Xbox 360 and the PS3, Deadliest Warrior is a game I did not expect to like as much as I did. If you're familiar with the show, then you get the idea of the game. Get two warriors from two different countries and even time periods and have them kill each other. With a concept like that, how can you go wrong with a game? While it's nowhere near perfect, this game brings enough fun ideas for a few playthroughs, or competitive co-op. The combat in the game is very simple. You pick your short, mid, and long range weapons from a decent variety for each character. They even have various costumes to choose, and you go in trying to hack enemies' heads off. Now you get a set of high, medium, and low attacks, a dodge button, and you can launch various projectiles like arrows, tomahawks, and bullets. But what's most interesting about the combat is you can break bones and chop off limbs. So let's say an opponent has a shield and is blocking way too much. You can just keep bashing into them and eventually their arm will give out and they will drop the shield. And they will have one less useful arm in the end of it. Or if you get lucky, you can just one-shot enemies in the head with a projectile to end the fight instantly. And cutting off limbs doesn't just leave them defenseless, they also bleed out. So if they want to win, they gotta kill you fast. It's such a fun system because at any moment the fight could be over, unlike some other games where the fights stretch out too long. Now to be fair, there are some balancing issues, as you would expect. Some of the enemies are just equipped better than others to the point where you can call the fight unfair, like the Spartan. Seriously, I hate the Spartan. His shield is so big and nearly invincible. You try killing him with the Apache and it is frustrating. Plus, on a side note, this game could have used a bit more variety in its roster. It's not bad or anything, but compared to what the show had is lacking in some. There aren't a lot of modes. You got standard arcade versus an online, and that's really it. But what else were you expecting? I will say arcade mode was pretty fun. They even added a few neat mini games in between certain fights as a reference to the show, so that was pretty cool. There was also a serious lack of music during the fights. There is no music. It's just nature, which can be atmospheric, but seriously, let's kick out the jams for these fights. In a way, Deadliest Warrior is trying to be a poor man's Bushido Blade, and that's not a bad thing. I did have a lot of fun with it. So if you're looking for a fighting game that doesn't cost too much for you and your friends' Friday night brawls, this is for you. It could have been so much better, but what we got was alright. So in the end, I'll give Deadliest Warrior a 6 out of 10. I'll see you guys next time.